Wherever there is a harmony, there is a relaxation. Whenever you are not in harmony, either inside or outside, when you are not in harmony within, with yourself, then there is a stress, a tension. You want to change yourself, you want to improve yourself. All your effort to do meditations is in the direction of improving yourself, changing yourself. That means you are not accepting the way you are. That means you are not understanding the way life is expressing through you by its own nature. And with this ignorance that you have no understanding the way it is expressing, at this moment you have anger because it has created through some event outside. And as you have no understanding, you say how anger can come, how the jealousy can come, how this reaction can come. The reaction is born out of the actions happening outside. You don't understand the nature of actions outside and you don't understand the reaction happening inside. This is your ignorance. And with this ignorance, ajnana, you start fighting within, with yourself. When you start fighting with yourself, what it brings? Does it bring any change? It brings only tension. It brings only stress, isn't it? So what is the karanam, ajnana karanam, for what? For your tension, stress, and in the end suffering. When the tension is reaching to that point where it is unbearable, it turns into stress. When the stress goes to that point where it is unbearable, it turns into pain. When the pain reaches to that point which is unbearable, it turns into suffering. So if you ask anyone, what is your meaning of life? Normally, the answer will be, life is suffering. Sarvam dukkham dukkham. We only know that life is suffering, life is pain, life is unhappiness. That means where it began? It began to your ignorant point.
Non-acceptance.
Non-acceptance out of your ignorance. So ignorance, ajnana karanam. So instead of searching for the answer to your unhappiness, how can I want to be happy? Who can help me to be happy? Who can show me the path towards happiness or towards liberation, freedom from the unhappiness? Instead of going to that direction, if you are asking yourself, what is the cause of it? Karanam. Then you will find in the end, your ajnana is the karanam. Your ignorance is the cause. Is the cause. And how do you get the freedom from that? Bodha mukti. Bodha means, here we don't refer to jnana mukti. You can get all the information. You can listen to me, listen to Osho, listen to any master, giving you all the information that what is the cause of your bandhan or the unhappiness. Listening will not make you free. Jnana will not make you free. Collecting information, collecting knowledge will not make you free. Bodh mukti. Bodh means the difference. There is a difference between knowledge, which is jnana, and bodh is knowing. Knowing has to be yours. Jnana can be borrowed from anyone. But if you really want to have your own knowing, bodha, then you have to go through your own experience. So unless you find the answer through your own experience, not the borrowed answers taken from anyone, find your own answer, there is a mukti, there is a freedom, and there is a liberation. And that is why the enlightened masters, we call them Buddhas, not Jnanis. The one who has understood something, has reached to that knowing stage, a bodh state, where they have their own understanding, they have their own answers. They don't refer to any books or they don't follow any masters. Osho never referred to any books or any masters. He had his own understanding. No master, real master, is following anyone. That means when you reach to that clarity, that level of understanding, that total knowing of something which is your own, then you find your own answers from this knowing state. This knowing state is a state of a Buddha, a state of clarity, a state of total understanding. Then when you have this bodha, you have the freedom. And the one who found his own answer has a state inside of freedom. It is not freedom from something. It is not freedom from the problems, but freedom from searching for the answers. You understand what I am saying?
Inside no problem.
Freedom from to be dependent on somebody, dependency. A blind person, when he starts seeing by himself, he is free from the dependency of the stick or holding somebody's hand and asking every step, please tell me, how should I walk? How should I live? This is the freedom. Freedom is freedom from the dependency. You should have your own clarity. Now, try, close your eyes and start walking, and then start walking with your open eyes. The difference in the state you will feel. The first is totally a state when you are blind of dependency. You are groping into the dark. You want to hold something. You want to find out something. And it is felt as a total suffocation inside, a dependency. And the moment you start seeing by yourself, what is the difference? It's a total freedom. It's not freedom from the room or the furniture or wherever you are walking. It is freedom from the dependency. This is the Buddha state. Bodha Mukti. Mukti means not that freedom from the cycle of birth and death. All this is nonsense. Let there be thousands of births and lives, you know. But still, it will not create any kind of burden on you. A freedom from that burden. Knowledge is a burden. The knowing is freedom. So, Ajnana Karanam Bodh Mukti.
After I tried to experience by myself, I've tried many different things. Now I feel lost.
What do you mean by experience by yourself? You mean that something which is a part of the knowledge you want to
Understand myself.
understand yourself. Okay. Then?
In relation with the people that are surround me. And I try many different things to know how I am. And I can find comfort.
Comfortable with yourself or with the other people?